Good day, everyone. I am Junal Labisa Moscoso, a BPED second year student. So, my topic this day is about the street children or the children from impoverished family. So, unsa man ang impoverished? So, when we say impoverished is muni ka na nga mga family nga kana bitaw kanang they are poor. So, muna siya. Muna pasabot sa impoverished. So, this topic is belongs to the learners in difficult circumstances. So, unsa man ay ang street children? So, unsa man atong pasabot ang street children? So, before we are going to discuss this topic, so nasa tayo ka ng word of wisdom which is from Mother Teresa, which she says that if you can't feed 100 of people, then just feed one. So, we all know that dili man nato makanang ma-provide ang tanan nga kanang nga mga tao nga they are in needs, but we can help one. Maybe we can help kanang little by little, di ba? Like kanang ginagmay ra nga tabang, but para sa ato agagmay na to. But if ato to silang ihatag sa ilaha, they will consider is as kanang kuan. They will consider it as kanang bitaw dako na nga tabang para sa ilaha, di ba? So muna siya. So dili ta mag selfish. If we have kanang something to offer to them, then let's give, di ba? So, unsa man dito ang street children? So, let's go back to the topic. So, what is street children? So, according to the Human Rights Watch, so they define the street children that it refers to the children for whom the street more than their family has become their real home. So, when we say street children, murag most of their time they spend most of their time in the street. Murag ilan lang consider ang street as their kanang balay. So which it includes children who might not necessarily be homeless or without families, but who live in the situations where there is no protection, supervision, or direction from responsible adults. So it kanang street children doesn't mean nga kanang wala na sila balay or they are homeless, but some of the street children is they have their homes kanang na sila family nga ilang kaulian inig ka hapon or kagabi or makatulgan ni uli, but they spend more from morning to afternoon or gagabi in kaon ila ra bitang spend ilang oras sa street. Murag mong makonsider gyapon sila nga street children. It's because they spend most of their time in the street. So muna siya ang street children according to the Human Rights Watch. So next is the UN has estimated the population of street children worldwide at a staggering 150 million kana 150 million nga mga kuan street children. So imagine 150 million. So imagine a big number na siya worldwide. Worldwide na siya no 150 million. So imagine 150 million tas kita nga naay opportunity or nabitaw mas privilege bitaw ta nga maka kauntag 3 times a day, natay ka ng kapuy-an nga balay, magreklamo gyapon nato. Magreklamo gyapon ta without knowing that there are still people nga kanang naglisod bitaw like they can't provide kanang foods 3 times a day nga ba. So muna siya no. So with the number rising daily, so nagtikadaghan paghapon ni siya ang 150 million. So nag day by day is nagkan pa siya nagtikataas. So many consider this as a conservative figure ranging in age from 3 to 18. About 40% are homeless. So imagine 40% sa 150 million are homeless. So with the age of 3 to 18. So 'di ba underage pa lang jud. So underage pa lang jud siya, 'di ba? So as a percentage of world population, this is unprecedented in the history of civilization. So the other 60% of sa katong 150 million kay work on the street to support their family. So murag they kanang mura bitaw ang street is murag diha sila nagtrabaho bitaw para maka-provide sa kanang needs, daily needs and have family like kanang like for example kanang mga lakal, di ba? Mga basura, yan na ba? magtigom sila ng mga plastic kaya to sa junk shop ila ibaligya so that they can provide their needs. So muna siya no sa 60%. So 40% sa ilaha is sa 150 million ang 40% are homeless while the other 60% are kanarang nagtrabaho lang bitaw sa street. So some are sent out by their impoverished parents to work or to beg. So they are unable to attend school and are considered to live in especially difficult circumstances. So napoy uban nga kanang bitong gipasagda lang sa ilang family, it's because kanang bitong like for example ilang family sa iyang pamilya is dili siya ilang family is dili bitaw maka-provide sa ilang needs. So mo nang ilang family is kanang bitong pasagda lang sila nga kanang kuan nga mag-work or to beg. To beg is kanang bitang manglimos nga na ba mangayo na lang sa mga tao. It's because para pud mabuhi sila ba magkaon sila once a day or 2 times a day basta masudlan ng ilang atiyan ba. Where so that's why they won't be able to attend school. It's because of their kuan gyapon like kana financial assistance or financial kanang kuan ba capabilities nga na ba. So, di ba? The world is so unfair jud no. I mean, dili man ni sa ingon nga unfair siya, but it depends on the people ra man pod. Like it depends of kanang how determined or kanang bitong unsa na siya kanang unsa ka kap kanang bitong ka madiskarte nga tao, di ba? So, di man sa ingon nga unfair but it's up to the person. So, who are street children? So, kinsa man atong makonsider nga street children? So, according to the UNICEF, they define three types of street children. So, first is we have street living children. Second is street working children. And lastly, street family. So let's talk about first the street living. So when we say street living, so these are the children who are those under the age of 18 years old who spend most of their time on the street. Excuse me. So these are children who cut ties with their families and live alone on the street. So kaning street living is mura jud sila ang katang bitong gipasagda na lang jud sa ilang family. Like they spend most of their time in the street. So mo tong giingon ganiha, mo tong giingon kaganiha di ba? They spend most of their time on the street. So murag they don't have the connection with their families mo na siya ang mga street living like kanang nagpuyo na lang yun sila sa kalsada ba like for example diri sa Palumpon. So di ba there are a lot of street living children like matog na lang sa kalsada like magpalaboy-laboy na lang sa kalsada bisag asa na lang abot bisag unsa na lang buhaton nga na ba mo na siya ang street living children. So mo na ang first sa kanang street children. So second is street working. So if natay street living nasa tay street working. So these are the children are those who spend most of their time working on the streets that provide for their families or for themselves. So these children have a home to return to and do not usually sleep on the street. So kaning street working. So from the word working, di ba? So they are usually kanang spend most of their times in the street para magtrabaho, para maka-provide sa ilang needs, para makita sila og kwarta para sa ilang family or para pod sa ilang nga kaugalingon. So, sa gingon din no. So, these children have a home to return to. So, maybe after sa ilang trabaho kanang mauli sila. Unlike sa street living nga wala gid sila kaulian sa nga balay, they can sleep on the streets na lang jud na. Ang ana. So, ang street working is not sila balay, but most of their time they spend on the street. Na sila kaulian nga balay, na sila katulgan na balay. They do not usually sleep on the street. So, muna siyang street worker. So, these are the children who usually work on the streets to provide their needs. And lastly is the street family. So, if natay street living, natay street working, nasa tay street family. So, murag familiar am siya no. So, sa mo street family. So, when we say street family, so these or the children live with their family on the streets. So all they are of all ages. So 50% are girls. So ang street family is these children used to live together with their kind of families, together with their parents, sisters, brothers, nga na, together with their family, but they kanang live on the streets. Naran gid sila sa kalsada nagpuyo, like they don't have kanang balay. Wala silang balay nga kaulian. I mean, naa sila balay pero naa sila sa streets. Unlike sa katong street working nga nagid sila kanang balay nga kaulian. Muna siya ang street family. So tanan nga edad, they are of all ages, where 50% ani nila is babae. Bito no. We kana ang makabantay di ba to kasi karon sa mga banjaw is kana bitong babae, no? So muna siya ang three types of street children according to the UNICEF. So sa ganito, so first natay ka ng street living. Second is we have the street working, and last is we have the street family. Nasabtan ra ba ang tulo? So yes, nasabtan ra. I know nga, nasabtan na to siya. It's because it's too easy ra man pod siya nga masabtan. Kaya di man kaya siya kanang lahi. So we have also the characteristics of street children. So, unsa may mga characteristics sa street children? So, first, we have the street children face difficulties in providing themselves with good sources of food, clean drinking water, healthcare services, and adequate shelter. So, street children, so maglisod sila provide para sa ilang kaugalingon like kanang stable or kanang sakto bitaw nga kanang source of food like kanang mga nutritious food asa sila magkuhaan na ba. So maglisod sila ana, it's because pod sa ilang situation lagi pod. So clean drinking water, so asa sila makakuha og kanang limpyo nga ingnon nga tubig. And also healthcare services, so murag siguro they can I mean limited ba or unsa, murag they cannot kanang access to healthcare services, di ba? Kay kuan ba ya, they used to live in the street. Unlike sa ato nga maka-access rata sa atong mga kuan like sa ato hospitals or kanang magpa-check up sila, though there are kanang free ra man pud nga check-ups, but they cannot kanang adto bitaw kanang para makapa-check up. Maybe it's because like they don't have the knowledge, di ba? It's because they don't have the knowledge about kanang unsa about ang health nila ba. Yan. And lastly is adequate shelter. So yes, they kanang dili sila maka-provide og kanang kuan, kanang stable nga kapuy-an, comfortable homes, nga na ba. So next characteristics is they also suffer from absence of parental protection and security. So yes, we should agree this. We should be kanang kuan. They suffer from absence of parental protection and security because they kana bitang lack bitaw sila sa kanang kuan support sa ilang parents. It's because they used to live in the street. Murag dili na sila babatayan sa ilang parents, or some of these street children is wala na family, di ba? Like murag they used to live on their own. Next characteristic is there is a lack of any kind of moral and emotional support. Emotional support. So this is kanang kuan. So mo lagi tanong sa because they are kanang maybe it's because wala sila parents, so more bitaw dili bitaw ma-educate ilahang dili sila ma-educate bago sa saktong pamatasan nga na ba. It's because they are lack of kanang support from the kanang mas adult pa sa ilaha ba. Murag they lack of supervision from adults. And next is the average age at which street children start living on the street is between 9 and 12 years old. So imagine mga underage jud no kasagaran sa mga street children. 9 and 12 years old. Between 9 and 12 years old, mga underage gyapon sila. And lastly is they keep living on the streets until they reach the age of 15 to 16. So when they become older, they start to look for stable jobs with better wages. They keep living in the streets. So magpadayon sila kanang puyo sa mga streets until 15 to 16. But if kanang makakuha na ba sila, makakaton sila buot or ano sila sakto nga pamatasan or kanang bitang sakto nga mindset. So maybe they will look for a stable job that has a kanang better wages or sweldo. So muna siya murag dili sad ta kaingon nga kanang forever na gid sila sa street, because it's up to them if they will look for a job that can make them or that can make their future to be kanang bitang mas better pa, di ba? So dili man ta maka-judge sa tao. Dili man ta mag-ingon street children naman na siya, ara na gyud na siya permi, because we have a different point of view and life manggod. So maybe if they will get kanang exact kanang sana siya exact mindset, maybe they could look for a job. Next is what are they doing? So unsa man daygi pambuhat aning mga street children, unsa man ilang mga trabaho, unsa man ilang mga bisyo. So first, we have the begging. So usually man jud siya na makita man jud nato ning begging, like most of them is kana bitang manglimos na lang ana ba? Like manglimos, mangayo og kanang money or foods, but mangayo og foods para bitaw da sila kanang makaon kanang everyday, para maybe it is their way of kanang providing their needs. So manglimos na lang, mangayo ing ana ba. So second is use of drug. Maybe use of drug. Yes, it could be because they don't have kanang bitang exact knowledge what is kanang unsa ang drugs, di ba? Maybe for them kanang maybe ang pagsabot nila sa drugs is kanang it's good, but for us nga nakahibaw unsa jud ang drugs, it's not good. Though there is a drugs nga good, but it is a medicine. Napoy drugs nga makadaot mo na siya katong mga illegal drugs like marijuana. Drugs ba marijuana? Like yes, marijuana. So next is then transmitted child prostitution and child pornography. So yes, murag mo jud ni kanang most legit karon kanang child prostitution and child pornography. Like sa ako ingon gani, they are lack of knowledge about this, di ba? Kanang they don't have enough knowledge ug unsay gyud unsay pasabot aning prostitution nga ba? Maybe kanang maayo ni sa ilaha, pero sa ato nga nakahibaw it's not. Maybe naamang gyud mga tawo nga kanang bitaw i-trick ra sila ba? Murag bitaw kanang murag gamiton ra sila bitaw para sa ing-ani, para makita og sila og money. So next is street gangs. Like kanang mga grupo-grupo, di ba mo ni siya? Street gangs and still mangawat. Most of them is mangawat na lang sila bitaw. Nangawat sila para maka-provide sila sa ilahang daily needs. Maybe they don't have the choice but to steal na lang. And lastly is shoe cleaning. So murag mas maayo pa ni nga work, di ba? Shoe cleaning mas maayo biya jud nga kanang mas ato bitang haguan ug unsa ato ang kinahanglan para bitaw mas satisfied ta, di ba? Para at the end of the day walay kanang sana tumboy-tumboy ba na. Shoe cleaning murag most of tagsara mo ta makita diri sa Palumpo na kay mag shoe cleaning ang mga street children, murag wala man no. Like most of them is manglimos nga na ba. Sa mo to lahang mga pangbuhat. Actually there are a lot of things that they are they are doing, but kani siya is mura bitaw mo jud ni murag usually bitaw or mostly nga ata makita. So next is the effects of street children and the society. So unsa may epekto sa mga street children sa atong society? So first is we have a higher rate of crime. A higher rate of crime. So yes, it can also be higher rate of crime. Murag sila ba? I mean, murag sila man siguro ang mubuhat sa crime, or yes, murag some of them kana mubuhat og crime. Nagkana na yung mangawat, o di ba? It's a crime naman na siya. Crime naman na siya. Yes, it can be. So the deaths of street children are rising. So there are people man pud nga kana bitang murag sana siya murag bitang like I don't know how to explain this one, but there are people nga kana bitang murag trip-trip pa nila ba, like ilang kabuangan ang mga bata, like ilang lang patio niya na ba, it's because they are living in the street. But still there are humans. They have kanang feelings and emotions. So naman yung mga tao nga kanang buang-buang yung utak no. Like kabuangan nila ang bata, ganun nga na dapat yun. Ay nga na. And torn into thugs. So unsa may torn into thugs. So like kanang kuan, like for example kanang bayaran ay kay suguon bitaw sila to kanang buhat sila og kanang mga crime or ngana ba torn into thugs, then create an unhealthy person and increasing robbery like katong mangawat ngana magtikataas sila. Mata siya ang effects of street children in their society. So what should we do for the future of them? So unsa man atong mabuhat para sa ilaha? So kita nga naay kana bitong privilege or kana bitong basta naatay kanang way or kanang right pwede nato nga mabuhat sa ilahang future. So first is the public awareness to help street children should be increased. So dapat we should be aware bitaw sa ilaha nga they are still human. Kana bitaw they are still children or they still part of this world bitaw. Kana bitaw dili nato sila i-discriminate. Like kaingon ta nga street children naman sila pasag dailan na sila oy big. We should be aware of what we are doing. So like for example so let's say for example kanang maghatag taog ka na bitaw maghatag food sa ilaha so ina na ba public awareness. Second is volunteers who work in the street children may be increased. So there are mga NGOs or maybe or government organizations di ba nga ilang platforms or advocacies is to help these children bitaw nga naa sa street. So naman siguro ni karon no, like na mga organizations or maybe kanang 'di ba sa mga vloggers ana 'di ba na may uban nga vloggers kanang bitaw mga I mean they help kanang street childrens ba like they kanang give food sing ana ba. So dapat padaghanon pa na sila. Next is give them love and shelter and share the food. So let's kind of open our minds nga kanang they are still part of this world. It doesn't mean nga na sila sa street, they are not belong. But still, they are still human. They have feelings and emotions. Giving them adequate education. So let's kind of give them a kanang free kind of education. So maybe so sa kuan di ba sa kanang mga Miss Universe nga na bitong kanang organization so di ba mostly sa ilang candidates is ilang mga advocacies is kanang bitong about education. So where they prioritizes kanang bitong mga children nga kanang bitong lack of kanang financial support nga na ba like kanang mga street children. So di ba kasagaran sa ilang mga advocacies is to help them. So muna siya. So dapat we should give them an adequate education. education. So atong ingon nila nga may mga Miss Universe organizations ring ato. So next is street. If street children did not have parents, we can put them into an orphanage. So if the children is wala na sila parents, wala na sila family, or they used to live in their own, so we can send them to an orphanage or sa DSWD so that they can have a better future, diba? So ano sila comfortable nga places nga kapuy-an nga na ba. So ano lang silang isend to kanang orphanage para dili na sila magpuyo sa kalsada. And lastly, organizations that help these children should be risen. So like sa higig ganiha, so there are mga non-government organizations or government organizations nga they help these street children. So dapat kani nga mga organization is dapat managhan pa ni sila nga mga organizations para mas malisen bitaw ang kani nga kuan difficulties sa mga learners, which is the street children, because they are still children and they still need to be educated. Yan ang bitaw. So mo na siya ang kuan atong pwede nga mabuhat sa ilaha. So next is, what are the organizations that are working to care for street children? So wala sila nga mga organizations. But there are a lot of organizations, but napili lang akong kanang kuan. I only choose three organizations. So first is we have the UNICEF organization. Second is the Southern Cross Humanitarian and World Vision. So these organizations, murag ang ilahang vision bitaw is to help those children who are in needs, like mga poverty, kana bitaw mga children nga kana bitaw kanang mas kinahanglan pa nilang tabang balay kani mga street children. So muna ilahang murag goal, murag vision aw goal nila ba sa ilahang nga organizations. Actually, napay daghan nga organizations, but I only choose this three organizations. So to end this discussion, so I will leave you this kanang kuan saying ba ni siya or quote? Saying. So do not forget them. They are our friends. They need our help. So they are still part of this world. So in conclusion, education is not just for those kanang children or learners who are privileged, or children nga kanang dato, or learners nga kanang kuan kanang isa na sila mas privileged pa ba, like they have kanang parents, families nga na ba, but education is for all. So even if pobre ka, dato ka, kay pamilya ikaw raw sa, but you still have the right to be educated because we are still part, we are karang ano ba daw? We are still humans. So that would be all for this topic. So here is my preferences, and thank you. So the next topic that I am going to discuss this day is the learners from indigenous group. So the Philippines is home to around on 110 indigenous peoples communities with approximately to 15 to 20 million in population, and more than 60% sa Mindanao, 30% sa Luzon, and 10% sa Visayas. While varying in ways of file and cultural heritage, they share similar experiences of discrimination and marginalization. It's because kanang bitaw, they are kanang indigenous people. So murag tan-aw sila sa mga tao is kanang lisod kaayo nga ba. So muna siya ang indigenous people. So the Department of Education is serving 2.529 million. Imagine 259 million indigenous people learners in 42,176 public schools around the Philippines in the first decade of indigenous people's education or IPED program. This kana kuan. This information is from the Agencies of Indigenous Peoples Education Office or IPEO. So, di ba sa kadaghan o kanang gi-cater sa kanang Department of Education or DepEd nga kanang Indigenous People Learners. Imagine 200, 2.529 million Indigenous People Learners. So, through DepEd Order 62 series of 2011 or the National Indigenous Peoples Education Policy framework, which was formulated after several sessions with IP leaders or indigenous people leaders and elders. The department officially commands the institutionalized of Indigenous People Education Program or IPED program in 2011. So pila ka mga consultations ang niagi sa mga indigenous people leaders and elders sa department sa ilahang department. So finally, they commenced the institutionalized Indigenous People Education Program in the year 2011, which the policy adopts the right-based approach and directs the implementation of an education that is anchored in the social and cultural context of Indigenous people learners. So what is Indigenous people learners? So some ni mga Indigenous people learners. So these are the learners are from indigenous communities who have their own unique ways of acquiring knowledge and learning. So, ang indigenous people learners, so they are the learners na kanang bitang they have their own ways of learning. They have their own curriculum. Muna siya ang indigenous people learner. So, indigenous education is a lifelong learning process that encompasses traditional knowledge, holistic thinking, and deep connection to the land, language, and community. So what are the challenges that is being faced by the learners from indigenous groups? So first, we have the less access to education. So since they live in kanang kuan bitang mga bukid na bitang like mga remote areas, so they have less access to education. It's because po sa ilang places mo. That's why they cannot access kana bitang murag para sa ato ba like we can access education kanang more kanang di man ingon I mean advance di man ingon advance more mas maka-access pa ta sa education bang like quality education. So next is poor quality of education. It's because more they are lack of kanang support or they are lack of materials nga gamiton sa kanang schools like mga school supplies nga na ba like mga classrooms. It's because sad sa ilahang place. So, di ba, they are indigenous people. So, murag, lisod sad sa ilahang kuan lugar. So, continue to face exclusion and marginalization. Murag, ang tanaw sa uban sa ilaha is they are not kanang belong. They are excluded from the community. So, lack of equal access to basic services. So, murag, dili ka ng kuan murag they cannot access basic services like sa kanang mga government services nga ba they murag limit lang ang ilahang kuan access. And lastly is uneducated parents. So mostly man jud sa mga indigenous peoples is ang ilang parents is wala kay eskwela. It's because mas giuna pa nila ang trabaho kaysa sa eskwela kay sa una biya I mean kanang bitang they choose to kanang work rather than to kanang sana go to school para maka-provide sila sa ilahang daily needs and maka-provide sila sa ilang mga foods nga na ba. That's why most of their parents are uneducated. So next is ways to diminish marginalization of indigenous people in the context of education. So first is build public awareness. So public awareness gyapon about about sa ilaha sa indigenous people. So they are still kanabitang they are still students, or they are still learners who need support from the government, who need support from the community. Yan ba? We should be aware of that. Then encourage the state to fulfill wider rights. So more atos lang kaan encourage para sa mas wider rights, mas sa ilang mga rights nila. Build a harmonious relationships with indigenous people. And lastly is recognize the rights to education. So next is teaching strategies for indigenous learners. So since kanang kuan biya, so since we are future physical educators, so we should know this kanang some teaching strategies for indigenous learners. So first is we have a develop cultural understanding. So we should understand what is their culture all about. We should respect them. We should give them kanang fair treatment. Dili kay kanang kuan like they are belong to indigenous group, ato na silang i-discriminate, ato na silang ilahi, ato na silang i-exclude sa klase. But as a teacher, we should treat them fairly, whether what kanang their status in life, whether what kind of status in life they have, but still we should treat them fairly because they are still students. They still needs and kanang kuan knowledge. They still need to be kanang educated. So next is teach meaningful content. So indigenous learner may observe learning differently from non-indigenous learners. Fortunately, you can be as creative as you want with your literacy programs. So teaching meaningful content. So dapat as a teacher, you should teach your students kana bitang murag mas mas importante bitaw nga kanang kaan important topics or kanang content sa imuhang klase. Kay indigenous people, I mean indigenous learners is different from non-indigenous group. Ang indigenous people is more they still need to be kanang bitong adaptive. I mean they still need to kanang adapt bitaw sa kanang those learners who are not belong to indigenous group. So that's why you should be creative in presenting your kanang content, imong lessons or imong discussions. You should teach meaningful content. And lastly is promote indigenous culture. So to boost their sense of identity, incorporate indigenous stories and achievements and relate lessons to their culture. So promote indigenous culture. So we should not discriminate them. So we should promote their culture. So since kanang they have different culture from us nga dili kanang belong sa indigenous group, so dapat ato tong i-promote sa ilaha. So para sa mga kanang learners nga na dili belong sa indigenous group is they still, I mean they have kanang to understand what their cultures are about. So para sa kanang mas maganahan sila sa eskwela ba like dili sila maka-feel o kanang discrimination. They dili, I mean dili sila maka-feel nga they are excluded from the class para sa ma-boost bitaw ang ilahang kanang sense of identity ba like kung kinsa sila ug unsa ilahang cultural background ug unsa ang status sa ilang kinabuhi nga na ba para sa para bitaw maka-feel sila og safety and comfortable kanang space sa kanang classroom. So that's why we should promote indigenous culture. Conclusion, so indigenous learners have their own diverse cultures and perspectives. So, and it is important for educators to decolonize their pedagogy and provide support systems that promote academic success and retention among indigenous youth and adults attending schools. And it's also important to emphasize the importance of preserving cultural identity, promoting intercultural education, and fostering respectful relationship within educational settings to underscore the need for culturally responsive and equitable educational approaches for indigenous learners. So we should be open to we should be open about what are their culture all about. So we should have kanang respect, we should promote that kanang bitong no kanang discrimination about them. We should respect what their culture are all about. We should respect them because they're still humans. They're still part of this world. And that would be all. Thank you. And here is the references of this discussion. That would be all. Thank you. Once again, have a good day. Thank you. I'm done.